I have with me Mr. Vivek Gambhir, MD and CEO of Godrej Consumer Products, to take us through its Q1 results and also the outlook for the rest of the financial year. Thank you so much for speaking to Bloomberg Quint. How do we see volumes really shaping up in the second quarter and also for the rest of the financial year?
So if you look at our performance in the last quarter, we had about a 6% growth in primary sales. And if you strip away some of the consumer offers in the base, we had about a 3% volume growth. So our expectation going forward is that as the consumer demand situation improves and as the channel adjusts to the new way of working post the implementation of GST, it should lead to a recovery in volume growth as well. So our expectation is that the channel is gradually adjusting to the new environment, and so hopefully by the end of Q2, things should hopefully stabilize, and that should lead to better and stronger volume growth.
Okay, but can we expect high single digits or lower double digits? What are we really seeing, going ahead?
It's very difficult to give an estimate. I'm hoping that the overall year number ends up being in high single digits, though we'll have to see how the situation evolves over the next few months.
Okay, your advertising spends and your other expenditure in the quarter was quite high. Do we see this kind of intensity in your advertising spends going ahead as well, and do we see more launches going ahead? Will that eat into your margins?
For us, I think last quarter we had several launches that we had to adequately invest behind. Quarter over quarter advertising spend actually will fluctuate depending on the kind of new launches we have. We are building the business for the long term, so we are prepared to be able to take some volatility as far as spend every quarter is concerned. I think over the year, advertising spend will be between 10 to 11% of sales, which is the number that we feel comfortable with, and we'll maintain that.
And also, can you tell us what is the situation on ground, especially at the wholesale level, because modern trade, general store trade has come back, more or less come back to normal. So how do we see wholesale share, the channel trade really moving ahead right now?
Urban general trade is more or less back to normal. There are continuing to be some challenges with small wholesalers, particularly the ones who serve rural India. Those are gradually adapting to the new environment. Our hope is that in a couple of months, those end up stabilizing as well.
Okay, and how do we see raw material movements going ahead? Because they seem to be stable at the moment. Will that stability continue over the next few quarters?
That's what our hope is, that the outlook for inputs should be stable, both in terms of palm oil and crude oil, which are two of our biggest inputs. Those should remain relatively stable over the next few quarters.
Okay, in the hair color business and also in the household insecticides, you've not taken any price changes, only in soaps you have. How do you see really growth in these three segments coming, going ahead? Will that really impact your growth, or are you really pushing for volumes?
Our soap business has recovered quite nicely. We've taken about a 6 to 8% price cut in soap. So in soaps, all the growth will be largely volume led, but we do definitely see a recovery as far as volumes in soap are concerned. With hair colors and insecticides, for the time being, we're not planning any price increases, even though the GST rates have gone up, to ensure that the benefits remain with the consumers. There the focus will be on new innovations, great marketing and good distribution.